I'm sure you watched, Brian, the ladies contest on the pre-show program with Harley Cameron versus your friend and hers, Anna Jay.
I did indeed watch this match. I wanted to make sure I knew what was happening with the grappling.
What was happening with the grappling? Well, what was up with the referee shoving?
You saw
This
that?
went
I didn't
viral.
know if you saw enough to see that. Okay.
Oh no, this went viral. My Twitter was just a full of it, just a full of it. Where I mean, we didn't expect this was going to be, Jack Briscoe and Dory Funk Jr. to begin with, right? But nevertheless, for those of you who didn't hear about this, I encourage you to seek out the brief clip that's on the internet. Anna Jay gives Harley Cameron some kind of, it looked nasty, a fucking backwards face plant where she threw her over her back and fucking planted her in the goddamn mat. And when she covered her, she had her wound up so fucking tight. And I've been there a couple times. One time when the principal of the Morristown, Tennessee East High School fucking covered me with his goddamn elbow in my Adam's apple. But she had her cinched up, and Harley Cameron's left shoulder was nowhere near down on the mat. So as the referee goes down to count, he reaches over and he pushes her shoulder down to the mat and then counts 1, 2, 3. I mean, we've seen some of the referee bobbles and things that who was it that shoved the guy's leg the other week? But goddamn it, you're right there at next to a person's head. Can you not say, "Hey, put your fucking shoulder down"? Do you have to actually visually in front of the whole place push it down to the mat, or had he said that and she didn't know what the fuck that he was talking about?
Before you even get to the referee, based on what a wrestler is supposed to do, is this on Harley Cameron? I mean, how do you end up in that position where your shoulder is so clearly not even close to the mat that the referee has to do that?
Well, I, in all honesty, as I said, had she had her fucking face planted for real? Was she cognizant at that point? Was she cinched up too tight where she couldn't put it down? Well, no, because when the referee pushed it, she put it right down. So she was just probably concentrating on, okay, I lived through that thing, and now she's got my legs, and she wasn't paying attention to her shoulders. How many matches have either one of these people had? But still, you would think that you would notice something like that. But I don't. I don't.
Anna Jay looked good.
You mean her?
They should
Her
put the belt on
wrestling
her.
or
No, they
her?
should put the belt on her. They should have her be the one to go over Moxley.
Oh, the men's belt.
Yeah, any belt, yeah. I think it would get people talking, get people watching, and more Anna Jay.
Maybe if she won it, but that's the only thing she was allowed to wear, is what you're saying.
No, I let her go out there like a professional. I'm not a pervert or a nudist or whatever you are over there.
It's a naturalist.
A naturalist.
Yes.
I'm willing to appreciate her work
Nature.
with clothing on. Yeah.
Well, no, clothing is the work of the devil. See, we should only have things that exist in nature.
She's been in AEW a long time and she's still young. I always say it. She's one of those ones I wish WWE would be able to get her into NXT because I think she could. She seems to want to get better. And I think if she was finally in a better system, it would really happen. Harley Cameron is no hope for at all.
Boy, that's tough, isn't it? That one's tough. It's like, poor Dave Cameron.
She has nothing to do. Will you stop doing that? She has nothing to do with wrestling historian Dave Cameron.
I thought that, she's from New Zealand over there. I thought that, it's a small island.
Whenever I'm going through my files, every now and then I just find a random photo. I'm like, who is this? It's always Dave Cameron. And it's always like, wow. It's literally like Dave Cameron at George Hackenschmidt's house in England.
Yeah.
With him, with George Hackenschmidt. I'm like, what
yes,
the fuck?
Yes. They were close. That way, it could be that maybe that's why Dave didn't claim Harley, because maybe Hackenschmidt was behind it.
That must suck if you are like a wrestling, well, forget about a wrestling legend, a wrestling historian, someone who really loves wrestling, and your kid gets into wrestling and they suck. Right? How do you deal with that? Like, oh, fuck. Like, I know he's not good, or she's not good in this case for this fantasy story of wrestling Lothario, Dave Cameron, impregnated women.
Do you think that Leo Burke was a disappointment to Tom Burke?
No, come on now. There's no relation there. Was Tom Burke a disappointment to Mildred Burke?
Well, actually, Mildred said that Tom was the best she ever had.
Oh, stop it now.
That's why she left Billy Wolf.
You've gone too far now.
All right, we're just friends of ours, ladies and gentlemen, that we want to entertain.